What's going on, guys? It's your boy ZakNoC here. My apologies for the delay this morning. It was a bit of a weird start. I had some technical difficulty errors, and it turned out that I was just really, really dumb. So I'm sorry I'm late, but I am here. I am ready to give all of the feedback to all of the fantastic entries that we got this week. Thank you very much for coming. Because I was late, I am gonna take a quick second to share around the link for the stream and let things repopulate. Usually people are pretty good about getting here on time. Apparently I wasn't today. That's my bad. So I'll probably cut this part out of the stream and then I'll do like a formal YouTube intro. What I usually do with these streams, guys, for anybody who doesn't watch live, is I'll usually go and I'll go cut it. So I'll cut the front end of it off so it just jumps right into the feedback show and things get started. But gotta share this link around because I didn't have a chance to do that. So I'm going to do that. Hey, Jester, what's up? Good to see you, my man. Thank you very much for submitting in the beat challenge and letting us use your beat for the cypher this week. Very cool stuff. I'm just going to go here. You guys can just watch me be a weirdo. You guys listening to any new music this week? Did you guys like the any of the new music Fridays recently? I know I got a couple of good things for sure. Yeah. I don't know. Should I play some music while we wait? Maybe I should. Well, if I'm going to cut this part out of the stream anyway, I don't think I'll get like a DMCA claim or something like that if I play one of the new things that I've been bumping. Why not? You know what? Let's try it. You guys okay, I'm going to play some non-hip hop shit, but do you guys fuck with 100 Gex at all? I don't know. They've been gone for like 4 years and now they're back. They dropped a new album like yesterday. I don't know. I got my copy early because I'm tight with my local record store owners. They slid it to me on Wednesday, but Billy Knows Jamie, I think is a song. That shit goes hard as fuck. Billy Knows Jamie. Yeah, we're going to rock this one. Give me a minute while I wait for this stream to populate. We're gonna rock out to some new shit from the Geckmeisters. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go. Here you go, y'all. Hope you enjoy. There's probably gonna be an ad.
I've been telling everyone.
Fucking Colgate.
The secret
Let's
to
go.
great teeth is having healthy gums.
Crest Advanced Gum Restore fights plaque bacteria below the gum line, promotes gum healing, and
okay, we got a
restores
couple
gums
people
back
in here
to
now.
health.
Good morning, everybody.
Crest.
Good morning, everybody. I hope you're doing well. Jester, I'm sorry. You're probably gonna hate it then. Love this shit. These guys are some people to check out if you got varied taste for sure. They birthed the genre of hyperpop. This is not one of those songs though.
Billy knows Jamie, Jamie looks pissed. Jamie smokes rocks until he gets sick. Jamie sweating bullets, looking in your room. Jamie doesn't
Exactly. It's like bringing that shit back. Definitely check out the album. 10,000 Gex is out now, y'all. I'm a big fan. I can see that. Yeah, there we go. We got 5 folks now, so I'll cut it off after this. Good luck, by the way. This whole album bangs. There's a lot of wild shit on here. Check it out if you got a second. All right, I'm cutting it off there. Thank you so much for sitting there with me while I go off, guys. I'm a music fan first and foremost. That's why I'm in here. All right, I'm going to get the formal YouTube intro off because there's no way they're going to let me keep that on the saved version of this stream. So thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Yeah, shit. R.I.P. Red. Glad to see you in here this morning, though, bro. It's great to see you. All right, so just give me 2 seconds. I got to do some weird shit with a water bottle and tell people to stay hydrated and that sort of thing. Let me get the formal YouTube intro off. What's going on, guys? It's your boy ZakNoC here, and today it is the third episode of the live feedback show for r/NoCNotes. Thank you all for coming. Glad to see some people in the chat here to hang out with me this morning. I hope you guys are all staying hydrated. It's starting to warm up outside. Even up here in the Great White North, it's starting to warm up outside. So it's oh shit, no, it didn't blow this up, bro. It just clips like that. It's some wild shit. Sorry. Yeah, before you guys got here, we were hanging out in the stream. That's why if you guys aren't like live stream watchers, you guys catch these videos after the fact, you should come hang out with us for a few minutes beforehand. We get up to some shenanigans for sure. But yeah, I was indoctrinating the chat into the new 100 gex. So you guys can think of that what you will. But without further ado, I want to get into these cipher entries today. Now, our boy, u/Maggothead96 on the subreddit, our boy Cliff, is unfortunately out sick this week, so he is not able to contribute a cipher, unfortunately, and I thought that meant we were going to be down a body. But thankfully, that was not the case. We had, I think, one of Red's homies kind of slide in there at the very end there. It goes by SVG on SoundCloud, and he dropped a very, very cool verse for us this week. Yes, absolutely. Feel better to our boy Cliff. Cliff's got to stay hydrated. He needs to keep his fluids rocking. But he will be back in 2 weeks, though. I will make sure he is. And you know what? Him and I will both make up the rest in the beat challenge if we don't get enough entries by the next feedback show. So that'll bring us up to 4, and then we'll make sure that gets feedbacked as well. But without further ado, I don't know. Who do I want to start with this week, guys? You guys, I'm not sure if you've heard everybody yet or if you haven't. I might just kick it off myself because obviously I don't give myself too much feedback, and then we can get into the real nitty-gritty of it with y'all. I think that's probably the best go at it this week. What do you guys think? Okay, there you go. Yeah, you heard everyone. All right. Yeah. So I'll just kick it off with me because I submitted late. So I was like late last night. I had a busy week. I thought it was going to be a slower 2-week period for me. It was not. So I got great feedback for all you guys, though. I made sure. So, all right. I'm going to go in. I wrote a track called Group Work Blues for this week. The prompt for this week was to tell us about your last weekend. And the beat was produced by Jester. So for my last weekend, I'm a university student. I got a lot going on. I had to do some group work. And I'm going to tell you all about that. So let's see how it goes. u/XVI Music on the subreddit. Go by Zach Tovin, ZakNoC, etc. I got a lot of names. It's the vibe. I keep accidentally copying the text and not the link, so I'm gonna just do it like this. All right, let's go. Boom. NoCNotes. Cypher 3. OMG. Real banger from Jester, by the way. Thank you so much for the wave to it, just like me. Shit got a little wave to it, just like me. Shit got a little wave to it, just like me. Yo, check it. I woke up early on my Saturday, immediately gravitated wrong up on my counteract. The work is back to play. Light it to the bowl, I held a smoke and blow the stress away. I prep for my debates, the rest was left to who I delegate. But a little message hit my Discord feed. One of my partners for the project that be due next week. She told me she was struggling with her responsibilities and wanted me to verify that we can still succeed. So I agreed. She sent me over the document, I looked onto it. Quickly started sweating, my confidence falling far as shit. Cause if I'm being honest, it was awful. Colossal quantity of work that I'ma have to fix now. So how I'm gonna do it? Higher than giraffe pussy going through it. Cracked open a book, another book and feeling stupid. But I surely slowly started securing some fucking movement. Fingers moving, typing up a storm. Then my ass produced it. Made it with the nick of time to get across the finish line. To get a grade to keep my GPA the way I fucking like it. Even when I'm blazing, bitch, I kill it when I write. That's why you listen to me daily while I kill a fucking mic. Yeah, there we go. That was Group Work Blues, y'all. That's a true story about my last weekend. Produced by Jester, the God, the fucking crown producer prince of r/NoCNotes at this point. Shout out to you, Jester. Big time. Thank you very much, my friend. It was a lunch break throw together, honestly speaking. I had such a fucking busy week going on. My entire weekend after this is like school shit. So, I felt it was best to be pretty honest about my circumstances last weekend. It was really cool hearing about what you guys got up to as well. So yeah, I mean, I kind of just, I was vibing there. I really like sliding over Jester beats because I feel like I can do some really cool rhyme patterns in there. Yeah, fuck. I wanted to gloss over mine pretty quick because I didn't have a whole lot to say this week. Maybe little bits of like little tips and tricks that I can give. I don't know, guys, like, listen to those like little sections where I cut it out and then kind of did the like, and my ass produced it, or like the she, like just little ways to like kind of break up your flows and stuff so it's easier to record. And you can always punch in and keep things clean. I really recommend, if people aren't punching in, if you guys are all trying to record your verses in one take, don't fucking do that. It's like, yeah, it's impressive in in-person capacity, but honestly speaking, you get the cleanest recordings when you're comping and when you're punching in and that sort of thing. Yeah. See, I'm glad you like those, Jester. See, yeah, like a lot of, I guess as rappers, hip hop music in itself has grown so much since its like earliest days. It's not so much of just this like, people rhyming over break beats and keeping a party going anymore. Like this genre has really grown. It's really evolved. It's really become a different thing. And with that, the competition has gotten a lot more heated because now you're not just competing with other rappers or other people who MC over like breakbeats. You're now competing against people who make all sorts of music because it gets taken as seriously as all sorts of music, and it has skill sets that are related to all sorts of music. So honestly speaking, man, like anything that you can do to mix up your flows or set yourself apart from the pack to do more than just rap, as much as I hate to say just rap, it's, it helps. It helps to diversify and to set you apart and appeal to people, maybe even outside the hip hop landscape. So maybe something to think about. I don't know, not too in depth. I didn't pre-plan that little diatribe. So I want to go straight in, actually. Who did I want to go into next? You know what? Just because Homeboy dropped an album this week, I want to give him some flowers. So we're actually going to go right into u/Different Bus 2005. And Different Bus had a great entry this week, but I also want to take a quick second to just pull up this new joint that he put out. He put out an album this week. The title is Can You Blame Me? I listened to the entirety of Can You Blame Me? I liked a lot of what I heard. Just to give some quick feedback, actually, even here. I talked to him a little bit in the comments section where he submitted it, but I also wanted to mention on here. So it's Can You Blame Me by Broken Twins. You can find that on all your digital streaming platforms that you got floating around out there. You'll recognize him as Different Bus 2005 from the subreddit. Also, We Need to Beat Productions in some of the past live streams. Now also goes by Broken Twins / We Need to Beat Productions on SoundCloud, or We Need to Beat in brackets. Can You Blame Me? Very cool little record, dude. I really loved the intro and outro to this thing as well. It like really demonstrated that our boy is very, very good when it comes to like getting some thematic vibes together. I really like the dark vibe of Can You Blame Me? I really like the kind of, there's a lot of really great hooks on this record too. And I'll say it again, is there's some melodic moments as well, which we don't hear as much from Broken Twins, especially not in the ciphers. And he does it really fucking well. Like he can really, really carry a good melodic track. So my friend, I really want to see more of that from you in the future. I wanted to give you a shout out. Congratulations on releasing your album. To anybody else on the stream or anybody else on the subreddit, if you have new projects coming out, if you want to shout out on the stream, I am more than willing. I guess maybe a couple of you guys probably hadn't heard about the Broken Twins project, so you can go check that out now. And if you ever want me to give some attention to some projects that you guys are putting together, I am more than willing to shout them out here and even maybe give them a couple of things of play on that podcast that me and Cliff do monthly. So we're gonna go into our friend We Need to Beat Productions, Broken Twins, Different Bus 2005, whatever you want to call our boy. Congratulations on the new album, my friend. Let's get into your cypher entry.
Yeah, Hip Hop Cypher, Volume 3. Yeah, let's go. Last week, don't remember what I did. I was chilling, cruising in the living room with my kid. Had to try to stay awake, but I closed my eyelid. Just a blink, couldn't find him. Now you know that I hit. Shit. I also had to finish up my album. How come I had my fist up like a Malcolm? Now done, hope it all goes platinum. Tune in to Spotify and check the outcome. I was put on this earth to work on my craft, to look at all these haters go critique, then I sit in the light. I just write these bars down so I can escape from my past. Got to use my mind now, cause I know it won't last. My bars are very scary, they look so legendary. The only time I quit, I'm sleeping in the cemetery. Exposing all these clowns, I think it's necessary. Only time I think they got them living up in Derry. I got the bars, they got the jokes like a comedian. Break down the bars, they taking notes, they won't compete again. See you later, sayonara, hope we meet again. Combine the pen and the pad, I just repeat the win. Yeah. Thank you guys for tuning in. Woo.
You're welcome.
Album out now.
It is.
Check it out.
Check out
Can
the
you
album.
blame me? Broken Twins, yeah.
Do you blame him? You Blame Me by Broken Twins. Go check it out. All right, that was last week's freestyle produced by Chester, by Broken Twins / We Need a Beat Production / Different Bus 2005, whatever you want to call our boy. What did I feedback that with this week? I had quite a bit to say. And actually, prior to starting the show, for anybody who doesn't know about the technical difficulties that I was having, I did actually close my feedback sheet, so I need a second to reopen that. My bad. Okay, here it is. Shout out to our boy. Okay, happy album release week, bro. I've already kind of gassed you up there, but I did put it in here to gas you up some more for it. Thank you for finding the time to participate between the rollout and just like life shit and all that. As always, your entry was a really fun one to check out, bro. It was super funky. It was a nice mix, and I dug the approach that you took on the lyrical end of things. The one thing that I did notice that was a little bit glaring for this week's entry is I noticed that the flow was a little messier in the midsection than it usually is. Now, I do know that, like I said, you had a busy week, so I might just chalk it up to a time thing this round, because I know that you hadn't submitted before like last night, I think. So the thing is, though, it's like, it's not that the flow is particularly off. Like, I don't want to say that your flow is messy. I actually have kind of zeroed it into what I think the issue is when you're doing these sort of one-take verses, and it's your breath control. So breath control is something that can really throw off any vocalist for any reason, and it can make a flow that is not messy sound messy on the basis of just certain bars not starting on time. If the first bar is off and the last bar is off, you can really, really notice. It's those first entry into the bar words and then the rhyming words you really got to make sure are hitting. So that's why I was talking a little bit earlier about comping. And about punching in with your vocal as opposed to just trying to do these one take kind of like all out assaults on your DAW and your microphone. It can produce better results a lot of the time. It can produce cleaner sounding results, and it doesn't put so much effort and emphasis on you needing to have like flawless breath control. So I think for you, for this one, if you were comping, I think you need better comps. And if you were not comping, I think you need to start comping, because that would probably clear up a lot of your breath control issue. I comp almost every single one of my lead vocals. It's very rare that I don't have like a bunch of little slices all making up my leads. So if you want any feedback there on how I record those things, you can absolutely reach out to me as well. I just think that would be like the last kind of step to kind of tightening up your style, because you got a very like charismatic and zany approach in your delivery. I think that breath control just needs cleaning up, and then I think punch-ins are kind of your way to get there. Word. Okay. I'm getting some heads up from YouTube that my stream quality is a little rough. So I'm just going to take a quick second, make sure everything's coming through okay, make sure that the stream itself doesn't drop. Okay. Just give me a split second here. Can you guys drop something in the chat if you're still getting me clearly? I'm just going to take a minute because YouTube's giving me some errors. Okay, if it's fine now, then I'll keep rocking with it. YouTube's still yelling at me, but if it's fine to you guys, then it's fine for me. Okay, so... All right, word, glad to hear it. Cool. Cool. Okay, glad to hear it then. Then YouTube's just tripping. It's like got a delayed reaction going on. Okay, no worries. But that was the end of what I had to say for our friend Different Bus, Broken Twins, We Need to Beat. One more time, happy album release week, bro. One more time to all of you guys in the chat. Go check out Do You Blame Me? It is available on all popular streaming services. I listen to it on Tidal, which I subscribe to because it pays the artist the most money. Just saying. That's coming from a guy who makes money off his music on Tidal most dominantly. so most certainly. Congratulations to him. Thank you guys for confirming in the chat with me that everything is rocking well. Okay. Next up, I want to give a shout out to our new blood for the week. We've got some new participant. I was worried that we'd be down a body this week. I don't know if I said this before I did the formal YouTube intro or not. But I was scared that we would be down a body this week because Cliff was out sick. I'm really excited to say that didn't end up being the case. You guys might remember SVG if you watched the Bass Jump podcast episode 2 just this past Monday. Me and Cliff together, we feedbacked one of the tracks that SVG did with Blood Red. And it was amazing. So I'm really, really excited to share his Cypher entry with all of you. I'm very excited to have a new Cypher entry from him in here. So I'm going to grab that right now, and we will dive right into it. I have some feedback for our boy. Thank you so much for coming through. Okay. Also goes by Zero Brothers on Reddit. I forgot that part. My bad. Produced by Jester. I like how you let it ride in here, too.
I'll be living for the weekend after 5. I was eating, trying to copy knocks in the box. What the fuck is sleeping? Bar hop, order hennies on the rocks. Then I scoped out a fox, wasn't running down the clock. She was thicker than some platform chucks. Halfway through Tootsie Slide, had her hoe looking up. But the crazy shit, that hoe was super free because I put her ass to sleeping and her boyfriend woke us up.
Okay, so it was a short one this week. But what I do have to say, amazing little tape stop effect on the end there. I really dug that. And the bars themselves, man, the bars, the delivery, everything we had coming through here. I had a lot to say for you. So, very nice first entry for our boy. Shout out to you /Zero Brothers on the subreddit /svg.svg on SoundCloud. I heard what you did on that cut with Redman, and I knew that I wanted to hear more from you, so I'm very excited to have you in here. It was a butter smooth entry on this one, bro. You bring a really unique voice to this week's Cypher especially that I think is really cool. For your feedback, the flow is dope. Don't change a thing. I really, really love how you approach that. Cadence is dope. Don't change a thing. I really love how you approach that. The lyrical end is working nice as fuck. I really think you just need to play around with some mixing plugins and those kind of things to get the vocals a little cleaner. Even if you've had other people mix for you in the past, mixing your own shit is an asset to rappers for sure. Your layering is already great. I just think your compression and EQing could use a little bit of work. But as far as the rapping itself goes, my man, I got no complaints. This is a really, really cool, laid back approach that, especially in cyphers, a lot of the time you run into rappers wanting to come up with the most aggressive shit, really wanting to set themselves apart from the pack in that way. But you did it on the complete opposite dig, and it really works for you. There's not a single cypher entry that sounds exactly like this week. And it fills in another very unique approach. That's what I love about these ciphers is it reminds me just how many ways you can spit a verse. Someone puts a beat in front of you, you got a lot of options. That's why I think that, especially when I'm doing songs, I want to switch up my flows on subsequent verses a bit more. I feel like I get too used to a pocket. But yeah, man, the pocket that you were working in with this one is really dope. I really, really vibe with it. Yeah, man. And look, if you want some mixing tips or anything like that, I'm not a great mixing engineer by any means, but I get by. I could definitely give you some tips there, but I really do think that you should spend some time sitting down and watching some tutorials, because the thing with that is your rapping ability is already so top notch. You're really clearing out a lot of the fundamentals there. Just kind of familiarizing yourself with how to place sounds in a space and kind of create that sense of atmosphere in a recording is going to be really, really useful to you. Because it's not like my critiques that I have for you really aren't like rapping critiques. They're not stuff like that. Yeah. And that makes sense. Like I said, I mean, I spent 8 years, my first 8-9 years of making tunes, depending on other people to mix my shit for me. And two things were true about that is A, I never learned to mix. So as soon as I didn't have those people at my disposal, I couldn't make music. And B, I also did not have, I didn't have the skills. So like I didn't have the skills to do my own shit. And then also I couldn't put out music as soon as I didn't have people to do it there for me. So you like, as soon as you manage to get that skill up and you do that thing, you're free to do like whatever the fuck you want. So yeah, watch some tutorials, bro. It's just tutorials really, like about mixing techniques and those sorts of things. I think you have like a really cool, you got a really deep voice too. So like, sometimes it's a little bit more difficult to mix at EQ because it can kind of get muddier with a lot of the hip hop shit. But I think that you could bring a lot of smooth shit to the table. Just brush up on that skill, man. Brush up on that skill. Let me know if you need a hand with anything. I'll do my best. But great, amazing entry. Please come back next week. Because it's really dope having new faces in here, especially ones that are willing to participate in the chat and come and hang out in these streams. That makes it even more fun. So thank you so much, my friend. All right, and then next up, I'm actually going to go into, I'm going to do Friendly Purchase 82, our boy AD Rocky, who I believe is in the chat as well. Shout out to our boy. Yeah, shout out to my boy. He had a very good Cypher entry this week too. I think last week I shouted him out as most improved. And I think I have to do that again because every single step up this guy takes, it's just blowing my mind. Like the amount of progression. Like I went back and I listened to the first cipher that he submitted for these NoCNotes ciphers, dude. It's only been a couple, and holy shit, our boy is growing up. So we're gonna get into our boy Friendly Purchase, also known as AD Rocky on SoundCloud. It's friendly_purchase_82 on the subreddit. Shout out to our boy Most Improved 2 weeks in a row, bro. I've got a lot to say about yours as well. And I actually think that you might want to reach out to our boy SVG on a couple of things, just a couple of points and tips and tricks. I'll explain what I mean at the end. Here you go.
In my imagination, I boosting backs out like a faggot hating. Rennick in a gay bar, Ashton taking. Love from a chick, man, I cannot place it. But that's what happened, dang it. I fell in love with this daggum lady by the name of Gaby. My dick, I placed it in my hand and wasted. Like all them Daisy, I be going crazy till the crowd waited. She was a catfish, dang it, was my dad's friend David. I should bash his brains in, but that was too much trouble, so I kept going just to bust like a bubble. Man, no Ashton Davis, gon' get crap face wasted like in GTA, bitch. So I found my keys, went to driving to my homies just to catch some Z's. And she had a recent breakup, wake up, turns out her an asshole had made up shit. Last weekend, I smoked a lot of weed and that's the end. Last weekend, I smoked a lot of weed and that's the end. Last weekend, I smoked a lot of weed and that's the end. Last weekend, I smoked a lot of weed and that's the end.
I also smoked a lot of weed last weekend, I do have to admit.
The moral
personally.
of the story is be gay.
Oh boy.
That's it. Peace.
All right, bro. The absurdity is through the roof in your lyricism here. I like, I listen to a lot of absurdist music for sure. So just the lyrical angle in here and like the little kind of like wild story that you're telling in the it can't help but make me giggle, bro. But I actually want to talk not so much about the lyrical angle of your entry. I want to talk about your flow a little bit. Because I'm really happy that you've stuck with us, because the flow is the number one thing that I'm noticing that is cleaning up the most week over week. If you go back to the first cipher, the flow is really missing a core rhythm. The rhyme patterns were kind of all over the place. There was like no real topic going on with it. But now you just drop the verse. It has your best use of rhythm and pause that any of your actual submissions have had up to this point. You're really paying attention to landing your flow on correct drum, like on the drums and the beat. And it's making it a lot easier to bob your head to. You're also not kind of filling the entire thing with words wherever you need to be. Like, you're learning some restraint, and that restraint is improving the output that you put into these tracks. Like, there was another specific... pauses specifically, and the points have been a weak point for you. You've really overfilled a lot of your vocals and a lot of your verses with words that didn't really need to be there and didn't really push things forward. At least with this one, I definitely felt like there was a central narrative, even if it was pretty fucking wild. And not only was there a central narrative, but there was also a flow that like was not just blurting out at us. It was a lot more. It had a bounce to it. It had a rhythm. It had a core rhythm that you were actually able to ride, and that's really dope because it means that you're actually getting that kind of ear for it, which I really appreciate. The lyrics are getting more focused. One thing I will say about the lyrical angle of things is, like, even if you are going with the absurdity, maybe spend a little bit more time on how do I explain this in like a not creative writing textbook kind of way? You want to try and use like all 5 senses as much as possible when you're trying to create like a visual for somebody. So when you're writing verses and you want to tell a story, it might be useful to not only talk about what you're seeing and the direct implications of what happened, but also like maybe like, something smelled a certain way or something looked a certain way like something else. Work in some metaphors, work in some similes, use some like regular ass poetic devices to really deepen the reality of the image that you're trying to paint. Because not only, especially in absurdist imagery, you really want to be able to like bring out the zaniest shit, but you also want it to be easy to visualize. So I think that's the next step for you, is kind of tightening up your topical focus, which was an improvement this week for sure. I just think it can be taken to that next level. And then as well, the reason that I was saying that I think that you should maybe reach out to our boy SVG is, if you'll notice, he also took, it sounds pretty different, but if you pay attention to where the rhyming words are landing, he actually had a pretty similar flow to yours this week. But what he did that was a bit different from you is he obviously has a lower register to lean on, which can sound very, very cool, but he has a sort of smoothness with it. He has a sort of, he's just really precise with where he lands his syllables. And I think that precision is the one thing that your approach is still missing. Because like I said, it's getting so much better week over week. Like every single week, you take the feedback I gave you from the previous week and you just put it into effect immediately. I love it. It's so gratifying for me. I really hope it's as gratifying for you as well. But right now, I think that what you could have done with this specific piece to even like beef it up more, is you need some background vocals and ad-libs that are a lot as zany as the story you're telling is. Listen to like some old Del the Funky Homo Sapien shit, or just like anybody who likes to do weird ass fucking like ad-libs, like fucking, I don't know, you're 18, right? You probably have gotten down to a Playboi Carti track once or twice. Really like pay attention to kind of some of the off the wall shit that these MCs are doing, because I think that when you're approaching it in this way, you've got to make sure that it sounds as zany as what you're saying. So yeah, that's what I got for you this week, my guy. I can't wait to hear what you do next week. Thank you so much for sticking with us over these past few. It's been really great to have you here. Yeah, word. Shout out Ryan. I saw that too. Just an FYI for Jester and Ryan. If we have time at the very end, I can play you guys' entries, or I can play something else that you guys might want me to play. I did put a bit of a precursor on the beat challenge this week that said I didn't want to feedback them all until we got 4 entries, because I really wanted to have like you guys to have some decent competition like we get in these ciphers. So I'm going to hang on to the beats that you guys submitted for 2 more weeks. Worst case scenario, me and Cliff submit 2 more and you guys body us. So yeah, thank you guys both for submitting for the beat challenge. I think that just so the beat challenge content doesn't get stale for next week, I'd prefer it if you guys could like hit me with something else that you might want me to play. You can always just hit me on Reddit, u/XVI Music, or you can just drop it in the chat here. That also works. But to get onto our next cipher entry, who's gonna get it? Who do we got left? We've done myself. We've done our boy Friendly Purchase. We've done our boy Different Bus. We've done our no. It is our okay. It's our boy Blood. I'm sorry I keep leaving you at the end of these, man. I think I gave you first up once, so I gotta like make you pay for it. All right. I really like the entry this week, actually. I shouldn't be saying that prior to playing it, but I did really like the entry this week from Blood Red. He in the chat? Yeah, he dropped an LMAO recently. He's in the chat. Shout out to our boy Blood Red. One of the most talented dudes we got in here. You make me work overtime for feedback for you, man, just because it's so hard sometimes to send you away with shit you need to fix, I tell you. Okay. Blood Red. We got Weekend Routine produced by Jester. Goes by Redistopheles on the subreddit. Let's go. Hey.
Woke up early like every other Saturday in existence. After rapping to the AM, I'm getting too old for this shit. I know what type of day it's about to be, cause I'm in it. The type of coffee ain't fixing no matter how much I wish it to do this long as fucking I ain't feeling like fooling with it. I'm already up, so I may as well get to doing shit. So I lace up my Timbs, throw the bows on the ground, my shovel. Cleaning out the pigsty with Mardi Gras jazz on shuffle. After scuffling with the pick for 40 minutes, I'm committed to finishing this list. If it kills me, I gotta get it all did before the cypher show at 1 p.m. Next up is making sure the dogs in the cats fed. On the list went, handling business on the homestead. Head split it with minutes to spare before the show hit. I killed it hype as fuck up off this shit that I finished. Ate dinner, then put on an instrumental and did it again. Shit.
God damn! Yo, I saw my mic clipping there for me yelling. God damn. I'll let it play it out because it's just such a dope Jester beat. My God. Yep, that's what I'm talking about. All right, our boy Blood Red. Thank you so much, man. It is always a pleasure listening to what you put together for these. My boy got me grinning again. Bro. The emphasis that you put on your syllables and your delivery, it just adds so much punch to your vocal. The flow is bouncy as ever, and it stays one of my favorite features of your verses on these ciphers, man, especially over Jester beats. Like, you really put that, like, kind of... It's a bounce, but it's like... when you're bouncing, like think of your flow like a bouncy ball. If you throw that ball at the ground, like it's like someone's getting the ball back to their hand like a yo-yo every single time and just chucking it at the ground as hard as they can to make sure that the impact of every single syllable lands. That is what you rapping is like to me. The swag just stays unbelievable. Your mixes are even tightening up as well. Like, you make, like, I even said this before, like, you make me work hard as hell to not look like a dummy on these streams when it comes to giving feedback, man. Like, I gotta give a shout out to your boy Malachi. I gotta give a shout out to Big Mac, aka Lil Red, because I know that's the dude who put the battery in your back to get in on these ciphers, man. And I just see you improving week over week. It's amazing to hear that you got family behind you who's like really pushing you to stay involved and like be doing this, because it's a pleasure. You are an incredibly talented person, and I love hearing your verses that you throw in here, my guy. Jesus. So yeah, the improvements week over week stay crazy. But for the legit feedback, because I can't give you all praise, I know that this kind of turns into a Blood Red praise channel every so often when he drops verses in here. But I gotta start giving you like legit feedback. I can't really feedback your fundamentals on this because they're a wash for you. You've got them down already. So my next tip, what I will say is I think that you should start getting really creative with your layering in your mix. You could build this track out and add a bunch of like sound effects and kind of background layers of you talking or something like that to go along with the narrative that you put together. I don't know, some random like stuff that you would say to yourself while you're like shoveling the pig shit or whatever. like just anything to add some sort of narrative element, because like I said, your writing is already so descriptive and your flow is already so precise and has so much impact to it that you now kind of need to just, there's only so much that one voice can do. And the next way to go up on it, in my opinion, like I said, the next best approach is to start really building out those background layers. I had, let me see in here, sound effects layers to go along with the narrative. So add some rhyming phrase doubling layers if you don't. I don't know. Some people do it, some people don't. I personally like to just repeat all the rhyming words in my verse, or at least the ones that are at the end of each bar to give that extra bit of emphasis. You've already got a lot of impact on your vocal, but I think that it could just help it feel a little bit more full. If you do put those down, though, maybe just turn them up a bit because it would have the same kind of effect. It kind of gives that like hype man effect, as I like to call it. Really start putting emphasis on how all the elements of a recording come together to push that overall narrative forward. So you're already doing as much as you can with your voice and mic. Now it's really time to push your creativity to the next level by starting to think about the less obvious elements of what you're putting into your tracks. Because with practice, that's you can learn to rap, and you obviously have done just fine at learning how to rap. The next step now is like learning how to craft these songs and these spaces and these recordings to kind of give them that same kind of body. And from what Ryan was saying, I think that Jester kind of knows a lot what he's doing there. Jester has some knowledge when it comes to the mixes. So in that case, maybe reach out to him and see if he can give you some tips. I know you guys know. I think you guys know each other IRL. So yeah, definitely start brushing up on that. Get really creative with these, man. Like, listen to your favorite joints. You said you were a Del the Funky Homo Sapien fan. So if you're a Del fan, you know that Del is very good in that sort of way. So yeah, just do your research, man. Be a student. I know you have to have been a student up to this point pretty significantly to have achieved the level that you have. So now it's just getting up to the next thing. And that is I think that's all of our ciphers for this week. So way to go, everybody. I just want to make sure give one more skim, make sure I didn't miss anybody. So we did mine. We got Group Work Blues out of the way early. We got our boy Friendly Purchase. We got our boy Different Bus. Redistopheles just killed it. We got our boy Zero Brothers. Ryan, nice to see you in the chat, bro. Okay. Wow, you knew him for like time before you guys even knew the music link. That's crazy. Jesus. I hope he's a cool guy. He seems like a really genuine dude from the conversations I have with him. So big shout out. And then Jester, did you have something that you, Jester and Ryan, the floor is yours, guys. Do you want to send me something real quick to throw it on the stream as like a thank you for participating in the beat challenge that we're going to do for next stream? Total loser. Oh, come on. Give it to that boy. I'm gonna just wait 2 seconds. I've only got a couple of things. Yeah. Go dig around. Go do your thing. Here, you know what? Because I didn't self-promo it on this joint, I guess I can do it now. I did it. I think most of you guys probably watched the podcast that me and Cliff did last week, but we did do the world premiere of me and his new single. It's called Kanye Money. So just to flex that a little bit, because I have played it on the stream here before. It is done. I needed to run into a quick bathroom break, and Jester is looking for something for me to play around here. Word, yeah. Okay, something a little different than as usual. So I'm gonna go play Kanye Money real quick. I'm gonna run to the washroom, and then Jester, if you could just hit me on my U/ with that. Ryan, I am XV, capital X, capital V, lowercase I, and then lowercase music, all one word on Reddit. You can also find me on the subreddit. Just send me a quick DM with a link and I will play it on the stream here. Okay. So while I'm in the washroom, I'm just gonna play the new single for y'all. It is on all streaming platforms under Zach Tovin. The song is called Kanye Money featuring Cliff. Let me know what you guys think. Just got to give myself that little bit of a plug there too. Hope you guys enjoy. I'll be right back.
Playing low is
I'll be right back after I skip this ad. There we go.
Oh my God, I can't believe my eyes, y'all. We on the island right now, we on the beach. I got a mimosa in my left hand. I just walked outside. I look up in the sky, put my hands together, and I said, God is great. I can't believe He gave me this for all my day-to-days. You ready? Yo. Started from a nickel to a dime up to a quarter. Then it was a rack and I was swimming in the water. Clear as crystal, pure as diamond on the finger of your daughter. In the tropics on the island, she be making me a father. I gotta thank my mama for the way that I was brought up. I pray there ain't no drama when she hear how I've been talking. I'm sorry and I promise I ain't honest all too often, but the prophets in my noggin make this shit a little harder. Chase scripts. Money, David, bummy. Ain't it funny how this land of milk and honey means my days is always sunny with some Drake up in my tummy. It's a smoke up in my lungs, bitch, I'm better than the bunny. I love it. Got access to them 5 prescriptions, and I pay for all the homies' Netflix subscription. Yo, it's gotta be a fantasy, a dream, a fiction. What I'm living is beyond description. Let's go. You can catch me over there where the prophets is, chilling with the prophets, we philosophize and shit. If you heard the fucking ruckus, know who causing it. Where the fuck you seen a while it got this much in it? I be rocking pre-Nazi Kanye money. I be rocking J-Ho, Beyonce money. So forgive me if you see me in my face funny. I can smell the broken hair sticking up the place, dummy.
This that pre-Nazi Kanye J money. Marble floor too rich to be fake money. Got my friends in a 50 mil estate money. Got my mom sitting rich and feeling safe money. Touch the top and damn it feels great. So much on my plate, I'm feeling fucking overweight. Diabetic from the sweetest piece of ass, while the safe sitting getting overfilled with cash. They ain't got nothing on Cliff, but if they really did, they find out I'm too rich to really even give a shit. Carry 2 wallets, still got cash falling out of them. How could I be mad when I'm so fucking proud of this? So I'm sorry to the haters, love a sneak fan. I'm laughing at you while blowing weed to the wind. Dapping up Cole and chilling with the remnants of Wu-Tang Clan, man. I'm fucking living.
You can catch me over there where the prophets is, chilling with the prophets, we philosophize and shit. If you heard the fucking ruckus, know who causing it. Where the fuck you seen a while it got this much in it? I be rocking pre-Nazi Kanye money. I be rocking J-Ho, Beyonce money. So forgive me if you see me in my face funny. I can smell the broken hair sticking up the place. They see me rolling with the rollie on wrist in a rose, drifting the whip like I'm shifting the flow. That shit's why I'm rich, I suppose. So I'm just sipping on Chris's sample, flipping some more, dripping at the show. These bitches know that it's Cliff in his toe. Blowing draw, I smoke it, roam across the earth, spitting verses like they cursive verbs and twisting while they turn. Bitches begging me to slurp in the suburban, in the burbs. There be certain kind of perks when you can work it with your words.
I just felt insecure until these words traversed into a verse and turned a burner into top 5ers conversing on a hearse. What is worse is that you put a second head onto a giant that ain't relying on the other head to supply him with a turn. Then turn 2 heads to a conglomerate. Contra pimpin' biz, cause damn, we got a lot of them. Lavish life living really is a dream, so don't even pitch me if it's not what it seems. Cliff out.
You can catch me over there where the prophets is, chilling with the prophets, we philosophize and shit. If you heard the fucking ruckus, know who causing it. Where the fuck you seen a while it got this much in it? I be rocking pre-Nazi Kanye money. I be rocking J-Ho, Beyonce money. So forgive me if you see me in my face funny. I can smell the broken hair sticking up the place, dummy.
Just fade that one out. Thank you guys for being so patient during my very rude bathroom break. I'm very sorry.
Nothing in the whole world can beat that feeling of winning.
Sorry about that, y'all. Quick drop. Hopefully it didn't drop for too long for y'all. I forget what I was saying. Oh yeah, go stream Kanye Money, Zach Tovin on all major digital streaming platforms. Sorry about that very brief drop out there. Sometimes my poor little processor, I just ask it to do too many things at once. It gets upset with me. I accidentally opened like a bunch of... I accidentally opened my Isotope product portal, and if you guys know anything about plug-in DRM, that shit can be rough when it comes to a keeping a hard drive, or sorry, keeping your memory happy. But anyways, I want to get on to this joint that our boy Jester just sent over in lieu of being able to listen to his Beat Challenge entry for this week. We are going to be playing his... I'm not actually sure. Jester, what is it? He sent me something. The title was here. I'll tell you in a second when I get it up on the stream. We're all gonna be surprised today. All right, this one is Dreaming WAV Mix .wav from our boy Jester. Let's see what he's got. We slowing down. And thank you for that Kanye Money hype, by the way. I really appreciate it. yourself? Or is that a sample? Yeah, this is a great beat. I was gonna say, shut the fuck up. You absolutely have musical talent. Hey man, I've made like one good beat ever worth rapping on. Okay, you're already bodying me. I'm calling it. Jester is the crown fucking producer prince of r/NoCNotes, y'all. Just out here keeping us afloat with these fucking fire beats. Fuck, I love this shit, man. I want to smoke to this. Such a cool progression to this, man. Yeah, that's right. I'm loving it. Chat's loving it. We all loving it all around. Fucking thank you. I'm glad we if you guys are in the chat here ever, guys, I'm just gonna like post this up right now. If you guys are ever in the chat and you haven't participated for the week, you haven't done the feedback, like Cypher Beat Challenge or anything like that, I do prefer to keep a lot of the self-promo stuff over on the podcast that I do with Cliff. However, if we have time at the end of shows, like on shorter weeks like this, where I'm only at it for like an hour or so, I'm more than willing to play some stuff that you guys want to premiere. Give some flowers to the people in the chat who are hanging out and that sort of thing. Way to go, Jester. Love that one from you, bro. It's that's a butter smooth beat, homie. You already got me thinking. It looks like you got half of the rappers in the chat thinking about what they could do with that. So I think you might have a couple of messages after this one, but who knows? Let's see what we got going on. To close out the week this week, we've got one from our boy Zero Brothers, also known as .svg on SoundCloud. New blood in the fucking sub. What's going on? Thank you so much for coming through, my man. Thank you so much for participating in the chat, Ryan. It is amazing to have you in here big time. Hey, Jester, I am also a Canadian guy, and I won't ghost you. I'm just saying. Just leaving that on the table. All right, but we got to give our flowers to our newest member. Let's see what we got.
Clap back, clap back, clap back, clap back, clap back, clap
okay.
Clap back, 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 clap back. Tell me something, wondering why you think we out in these streets, fighting systems after systems that was built to just mistreat. Buildings burning, people looting, and I know it makes you mad. But if you care much about life, my life, I swear it wouldn't be as bad. Means on next, I won't be next. I swear it won't be another sister, brother. No more going through run-ins with undercovers, motherfuckers. On some real shit, I'd rather take it with me if I had to choose. Cause I can't see another child's mother sing the blues. On some dudes, some blues. Clap back, clap back, clap back, clap back, clap back, clap back.
I am the host, and I'm scared.
Clap back, clap back, clap back, clap back. Don't want that, clap back, clap back, clap back, clap back. Don't want that, clap back, clap back, clap back, clap back.
How the fuck I explain this shit to my kid when he can't even comprehend what race is? A cop should be fed. When all schools teach us that they is sacred and they get charged of his safety, but they may murder his friends one day cause they in the wrong place on the wrong side of page. Well, goddamn right, I'm in praise. Fist raised on the front line of hell if it takes it to make change. I ain't even faced with the same states in the same game, but I know it's wrong when I see it that we gon' bleed from the same veins. Like I'm ain't gotta die just to be better than same. All I'm saying is that instead of wildin' out and being violent, let's let these scared little bitches start making mistakes. Show they true faces till the monsters out and then we shake.
Clap back, clap back, clap back, clap back, clap back, clap back, clap back. Don't want that, clap back, clap back, clap back, clap back. Don't want that, clap back, clap back, clap back, clap back. Don't want that, clap back, clap back, clap back, clap back. The streets on fire, lights the way.
I pray I get to see the day. And things can change, the people change. But I'm afraid it ain't the way. Burn it down, burn it down, burn that fucker down. Burn it down, burn it down, burn that fucker down. Burn it down, burn it down, burn that fucking down. I mean the systems, not the buildings, bitch, now burn it down.
Whoa, dog. Damn. Wow. 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 SVG featuring JPEG Mafia when? I want to hear that. God damn, dude. Okay, so I'm nerding out on this extra heavy on the sole basis that I love hip hop like this. Like the creepy, eerie, sharp, kind of like lightly industrial, like very out there kind of approach. Fucking, I saw AD Rocky, yeah, Brockhampton vibes. I mean, I think that it's a little bit rougher than your average Brockhampton track in a good way, in like a way that adds to it kind of way. And I'm a huge Brockhampton fan. I have like a Kevin Abstract quote tattooed on my fucking arm, actually. But I don't even know where to start with that joint. Okay, SVG, man, I need to hear more of your shit. And if that is not on streaming, I need you to hit me up so we can get you set up on DistroKid and we can get you with all that shit on streaming. Because, man, where are you and Blood and Jester and all them from? Like, where are you guys from? Because I swear to God, like, there's something in the water over there with y'all. Because this one was crazy. I love the hook. The things that I was saying about the mix tweaks on your cipher entry, for example, not here, man, not here. Everything was working exactly as it needed to be. I loved the panning on those clapback vocals. It did exactly what you wanted it to do. Your verse is sinister as fuck. Damn. Okay. Gotta give Red his flowers too, because as always, like, you know what, the cool thing is like you and Red, you have this cool dichotomy, which is similar to the dichotomy that I think me and Cliff create, which is one of us is a lot more serious than the other, and the other one is a lot more like zany and kind of aggressive. And I think that you and Red have that same kind of balance, whereas you kind of bring a little bit more of like the low key tone, a little bit more of the straightforward, almost a bit sinister kind of with it. I don't want to say straightforward because it's the wrong term. But dude, you killed it every time. Every single thing that you have put in here that I have heard of you, you have killed it. So don't even just say Red kills it every time, because I'm telling you, man, something in the water. Your verse is on your verse and then Red's verse and then that outro, like that shit is like, is that not on streaming? Because I need that in my playlist. So I need y'all to figure that out. Please. I need y'all on a DistroKid subscription by next week. I need that song on streaming. I need that to be making you money, because I want that on my title, like ASAP. That was fire. That was so fucking fire. Who produced that? I don't know who produced that. I want to give them their flowers too. Is that another Jester beat? Or nah? I never heard Jester do something like that. Whoa, that's a U beat? What? Bro, get the fuck out of here. No way. God damn, dude, that's fire. Like, congratulations all around. That just throws that just raises it up another echelon for me, man. You can rap like that and you can fucking mix, like, bro, what? Oh my God. That's amazing, man. That's a really, really, really good song. Like, that's like industrial hip hop and like experimental hip hop like that is literally like one of my favorite genres of music, if not my favorite genre of music. So like, yeah, that was way too up my alley. Please, if you don't have that on streaming yet, get it there, because I need to hear it like regularly. Yeah, no sweat, dude. You and Red, your chemistry is crazy too. Like on every single track, it's a very cool dichotomy. Like I said, yeah, that metallic industrial stuff. Like I said, man, I'm a huge like JPEG Mafia fan. I got a JPEG Mafia tattoo as well. But JPEG Mafia and Danny Brown, they're dropping a record next week. This puts me right in that same headspace that kind of stuff does. Ryan, you made a fan out of me today, man, if you hadn't already. I think you already had, but like if not, you definitely made a fan out of me today, man. Way to go. Amazing way to close out the feedback show this week, guys. Congratulations. Every single one of you better be in here for next round because I'm having way too much fun doing this with you guys every other Saturday. I'm telling you what. Wow. All right. Yeah. So that one was, that last joint was by Blood Red, by SVG, produced by SVG. If you mix that too, mixed by SVG, like all around, just an incredible way to close it out right after an incredible Jester beat as well. My God, we are spoiled around here on the r/NoCNotes live feedback show this week, guys. I'm telling you. But I unfortunately do not get to have a life this weekend. I've got a whole bunch of school shit that I got to go and do. Jester. Okay. You start ringleader in this. Cause like, hey man, I'm very down. I'm like very down for all that. Most certainly. If you want to if you want to start a thread in the subreddit and like start chucking some ideas around with that and like getting people to sign up, you want to start throwing some beats down. I'm just saying, man, my album's almost done. Bro. All right. Make a post about that in the subreddit, please. Geez, yeah, that'd be sick. An r/NoCNotes mixtape would be a very, very cool idea. Most certainly. But on that note, guys, I'm almost out of water. I got to stay hydrated. I got to go refill my bottle. Each and every one of you need to go do the same thing. You need to make sure you stay hydrated, go do all the regular YouTube digs, go like the video, go subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends. I see that some of you have been listening. Thank you. I appreciate it. But until next time, guys, I had such a fun week with you guys this week, as I do every week. I will see you guys for the next one. And on that note, my name is ZakNoC. This has been the r/NoCNotes live feedback show, episode 3. Stay hydrated and peace.